Now, if you come to this nice, tranquil little spot, I reckon, standing out in the middle of this log, you will receive a call of the wild. I haven't even got reception here and can't hear anything anyway. Birds are making too much of a noise. It's supposed to be quiet here. Try. Be quiet, I'm waiting for a call!
This is one for the birds. Waterholes, a guest house with history. Near Bairnsdale, 3 hours from Melbourne. It's hard to believe now, but here in these paddocks and right along the Nicholson River there, people were going absolutely bananas. A crazy mob, all scrambling for territory.
In 1865, one bloke was panning the river a bit and he hit pay dirt. Gold. And as soon as he reckoned there was gold there were thousands of blokes along this river, shoulder to shoulder, panning for the stuff. And slowly they worked their way upstream. And Bob reckons that if he finds some gold along here, he's going to give it to me. Yeah.
When you've got gold there, it just jumps right out. You can see it real clearly. But there's nothing in there.
First thing you realise, finding gold is hard slog. Doesn't matter whether they're panning the river or digging shafts, those old miners were very tough men. Breaks your back, then breaks your heart. And what about the poor wives and kids stuck out here in the boonies?
120 years ago, here stood a bark slab schoolhouse that housed 20 kids every second week. Teacher would come in on horseback, and the kids would come from miles and miles and miles around, down goat tracks, wheelbarrow tracks, just to come to school because their parents were determined they were going to get something.
Scattered everywhere in the bush, you'll find these reminders of how tough it was. This was one of the pubs. This is the tunnel they dug through a hill to divert the river.
Now here we are in downtown Deptford at the Deptford Power Station. Well, what's left of it anyway. The only thing here is this 10 tons of rusting iron doovie-lucky boiler thing, what they needed to power everything. Now, I can understand why they brought it in on the bullock trace, and I can also understand why they didn't bother taking it out when they left. Here we go.
Yeah, Scotch fillet with broccoli, sweet potato and shallots.
Thank you, Jordan.
Waterholes Guest House is a place to recover after all that pretending to be a miner. They wine you and dine you and even let you loose in their library to read all the local history. Now, the old-timers couldn't do this, but we can.
Sometimes I find myself in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes, in the middle of nowhere, I find myself. I'm here.
If you want to find yourself here too, Qantas will fly you to Melbourne from $134 including taxes. A one-night package in one of Waterholes' suites with dinner and breakfast costs $380 a night per double. And guess what? It's not just the bird calls that are free.
You up for this? Can't teach that. No, you can't teach that. He's good, but I know his weakness. Is that all you got, mate? You ready for this? You can't teach that.
You okay, Moomal?